Hello. I'm going to think of a movie where I want to review on. Um, fuck. Um, I will review Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. So the movie's about when Wilma, Fred, and Bonnie and Betty and met. So I'm recovering from being depressed all day. And the movie opens up with Gazoo getting banned and deserted from his tribe and going to Earth. And the trick to do this think that he's going on a mission, but really just trying to get y'all to get rid of him permanently because he's annoying. So he meets Fred and Bonnie, and refers to them as dum-dums. Each one of them as dum-dums. So, they got Gazoo perfect in this. We're not designed to his behavior to keep on calling them dum-dums. I love his love can do. Him and I remember him and Dino were my two favorites, and they're in this film and they're awesome. They're the best part of the film, most entertaining part of the film. And Gazoo Gates is played by Fred. How they don't make love with each other, they make love with his girls, and Gazoo wonders where these girls are. And Barney and Fred wonders the same thing because they can't get girls yet. they don't know how to get girls. But then they go on a double date with Wilma and Betty is a hard worker, and Wilma is this rich girl who doesn't want to get married to this asshole. But her mother wants her to not be happy, she wants her to just be rich. And so, anyway, so she ends up falling in love with Fred and while she's on a date with Bonnie. And Bonnie ends up falling in love with Betty when he's on a date with Wilma. And finds out that they're a perfect match together. Each one of them have a perfect match. Fred and Wilma is a perfect match together, and Bonnie and Betty a perfect match together. They find out because they're both are into similar things. Bonnie's into Betty's laugh, and one was apparently also into bowling like Fred. And Fred eventually wants to propose to her, and gives her a ring, a cute ring. Then Then he thinks that figures that Wilma coming from a rich family, when he finds Wilma coming from a rich family, his plans change and wants to get her a big ring, big shiny ring to impress her, because he doesn't get that Wilma loves her from Fred for himself, not how much money he has. And Bonnie tries to explain to him when he's get called up was the gambling, but Fred doesn't listen, and he loses Wilma and also the money by this dickhead that wants to supposed to marry Wilma, and Bonnie somehow ends up losing his girl because she thinks he's into another girl. See, and that girl is very confusing. That part of the movie doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So anyway, they end up getting his both girls back. Bonnie's one tries to breathe. Fred has the whole act of how he gets his girl back, and he steals the singer's clothes and he performs on stage singing, "This ain't love, this is destiny, I never would." And he apologizes for being such a dick. He can't give her any of those nice things. All he can give her is plain old Fred Flintstone. And he just hopes that's enough, and she says yes. And she also suggests to marry him, and he says, and he does his like whole trade, his market when he does his like catchphrase when he says, "Yeah, but that would do in the air." And I understand what I like about this a lot more than the first one is that the colors are more brighter. Visually, the colors are more brighter, right on the clothing, right to the set design, and Dino's more adorable. Dino's actually cute in this one, and not scary at all, because he was cute in the first one, but he was kind of scary. Anyway, this whole thing, Dino has his own act too. He has his arc. He's first to egg, and for that fun wins in a bowling and contest, and then the egg hatches while Wilma and Fred are on a date, and turns out that Gazoo can only be seen like Fred and Dum Dums, and so therefore they come across looking nuts, absolutely nuts to everyone. When they're arguing with Gazoo or talking to him just casually, they come across as looking nuts to everyone, and they eventually figure out when the night they ask Wilma and Betty out. Dino's actually is really good. There's a bunch of gags when he's running to a friend and licking him after destroying the dinner with the douchebags, which is Wilma's family. Yes. And Wilma actually tells she likes them because they're not like her mother, who is a total bitch. She doesn't say that, the word total bitch. but that's basically what she says. So she basically tells him to go F herself. And then they get invited to this casino by the guy that wants to marry a woman. He turns out to be a douchebag and ends up killed by these Flintstone mafia gang. It's pretty funny, actually. And it's a little sick, and he's also the reason why Fred starts losing. So the plot of Flintstones Viva, I think, might be a little overdoing it, but you know, it's fun to watch. A lot more fun than the first one. If you like the Flintstones, you know, like the first Flintstone movies, or if you didn't like the first Flintstone movie, but you like the first one, what I meant to say is you didn't like the first Flintstone movie, but you like the Flintstones, you're probably like this one either way. So I love this movie and a lot. And I guess a thumbs up overall. The acting's really good. All of the actors do a very good job. And the designs blend more with the environment in this one. The costume designs look awesome, look more naturally sized, looking more colorful, more cartoony somehow. And everything just looks actually nice, unlike the first one. And that's it, I think.